now tuned in to the Premier Hotspur TV. Sit back, get involved, comment away, because we are live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes guys, we are back with another post-match fans calling show for the victory today against Wolves, 2-0, and it was a fantastic result, absolutely fantastic. And we've got my co-host Matt. Matt, how's it going?
All good, mate. A good performance today. Yeah, no, it's been a good day, and Spurs haven't ruined the weekend, so got to take them while we can, So yeah, really pleased today. Looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Yes, guys. So if you are tuning on Facebook, guys, get in and get your comments in, so we know we're receiving your comments from Facebook. Sometimes we have a bit of a problem that your comments are not coming through. So if someone on Facebook, if you are watching in, come in with a comment and smash the like as well, guys, and like the video, guys, and share this out to your families and friends to get Premier Hotspur on the map. So guys, it's a fantastic performance today, absolutely fantastic performance. But before we get into it, guys, I just want to clear up. I've seen a few things on Twitter after the protest yesterday about other YouTubers and YouTuber channels have been preaching about this protest and things like this, on like the one from yesterday, on over the weeks and all that, and then not turning up and just trying to call out these channels. You know what I mean? I think that's bang out of order, absolutely bang out of order. Seriously, guys, everyone's got lives, everyone's got a work commitments, got to bring up families, got to look after kids and things like that. We can't be there on every beckon and call. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we try our best, and if we can't be there, we'll do what me and Matt did yesterday. We'll do a show. You know what I mean? So don't think that we can't be at a protest like yesterday. We don't love the club like what you do. I mean, it's exactly the same. Our love's the same as yours, guys. You know what I mean? So don't tarnish everyone with the same brush, thinking, yeah, I mean, you give all the chat on your channel and things like that, and don't turn up. You know what I mean? There is reasons why people can't turn up. You know what I mean, guys? So I just want to get that straight. You know what I mean? So I did not like what I saw yesterday. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? There was a certain person on Twitter which saw them, calling out bigger channels. I mean, guys, they've probably got reasons why they can't go to these protests. I mean, things like that, guys. So come on, guys, let's just be a bit savvy about it. You know what I mean? Stop calling people out. You know what I mean, about not being at the protest and things like that. I mean, if we can be there, we'll be there. It's simple as that. You know what I mean? So if there's one coming up in October, about this NFL one, cool. I mean, me and Matt will try and be there. We'll try and be there for that one. You know what I mean? So I did not like that, guys. I really did not like that yesterday. So we get into the game. We really get into the game. So Vinaj, we have got Vinaj in the background. Vinaj, if you could just hang on, pal, me and Matt's going to go through the post-match and the player ratings, then we'll bring you on the fan show after that. So I'll get into some comments. We have got some comments in here. We had Yucked Up from earlier saying, hey. We had Yucked Up again saying this before the game, and I predict 1-0 to Tot. Harry goal and Reguilon assist. He scored, but it wasn't an assist for Reguilon. It was a Pierre assist. But thank you for coming in, mate. Thank you for leaving your thing. Ed Watson says hello. Thank you for coming in, mate. Absolutely appreciate you. And Jake again, the Liverpool fan, absolutely. Alison, yes, Alison Becker turns up, mate. Absolutely fantastic. do you know what? Fair play to him. That reminds me of Alex Ferguson when he used to chuck Schmeichel up there for corners and things like that, and it worked today. Absolutely fantastic. And that's all I have to say. Oh my God, can you believe it? And as I say, so West Brom unfortunately couldn't hold on. Yeah, couldn't hold on. And we got Wayne. Yes, Wayne. Thanks for coming in as well, mate. Absolutely appreciate your comments and coming in and supporting the channel. Evening, fellas. We've got top 943. All right, Si and Matt. Absolutely, yeah, we are absolutely spot on. And Watson says that Becker header was better than what all Liverpool strikers and midfielders could come up with. Hey,
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the header yet.
Absolute bullet of header. The top 943 say I agree with you, Si, 100%. Paul, yes, Paul, yes. We had Paul on here yesterday, live from the process. Absolutely top fella. All right, guys, a great result today. I will jump on in a minute. Absolutely, yeah, not a problem. Top 943. I went the first one. Drive along for the waste of time. There you go. Magnetic Catch. Yes, Adam. This is his other channel. Evening, guys. Didrix Dane says, I want to see on Don Bailey on the field over Lo Celso, and wrote yes, absolutely. I can see where you're coming from there. Yes, Tony. Evening, Simon and Matt. Thank you for coming in as well, mate. Thanks for coming in. So we have got two in the background waiting. Matt, did you want to bring these on first? Then we'll go through our things after.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Up to you, mate. I don't mind.
Yeah. So Paul, we'll bring you on second. We have Vinash on first. Vinash.
Yep.
What a fantastic result that. Come on, the Spurs. Yep. Fantastic result today, mate. Absolutely. So what's your thoughts today, mate? I've got a couple of questions here. I'll just pop onto on the screen for you. Let me get to the bottom of it, mate. They're all at the bottom for me. First of all, mate, yeah, there's one in there, mate. What do you think of Mason's lineup?
What do you think of Mason's lineup today? I was a bit skeptical on the fact that he did not play in Dombele. I thought that was a wrong decision, but the lineup proved me wrong. It's good to see Dele Alli playing regularly now. He had a great game as well, and yep, that's it really. I was a bit skeptical on the fact that we did not play in Dombele, but overall the game performance was the main thing, and our players' attitude was really good tonight, and we were the way better side, and I think we deserved more than just 2. We could have won this game like 4-0 with the amount of chances that we created. So it was an amazing performance for us.
Matt, have you got to say to Vinash there?
Right, Vinash, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, good, Matt.
What did you make of who was your man of the match today? Who'd you go for?
I guess this decision will be a bit controversial as well as agreeable. I'm going to go with Dele Alli. I think on the pitch, I think he's really impressed. Even against Leeds when that was a terrible game, but he still did really well. I think he will adapt, and I think he might get back to his best. You never know. But he played very well today. He played very well today.
Absolutely. So overall, Vinaj, sorry, mate.
It's fine.
What do you think of the performance today?
It was extraordinary. We could have got more than 2. We could have won this game like 4. I mean, like I did say this when I came in. We were absolutely amazing. Although the only problems that Wolves gave us was their defense. Otherwise, they didn't threaten us that much. Their runs that they gave, Adama Traore's counterattacks, they didn't really affect us that much. We controlled the ball, we possessed it. We were all over the place, constantly attacking, and Kane is the top scorer in the Premier League. My guy, Harry Clase. And also, it's good to see Højbjerg score because he barely scores. It's his second goal of the season. So then overall, the goals were well worked, and we were by far the better side. Amazing
Right,
performance. Well, it
nice
has
one.
been a terrible season, but we need to make most of these times where we win, of course. Yeah.
Right, nice one. And before we let you go, mate, just tell us what do you think of
What do you
Dele
think
Alli's
of Dele
performance?
Alli's performance? It's first of all, it's great to see him back playing regularly. Plus under Ryan Mason since he's come, and yeah, that's all I can say really. He had a great performance. He's my man of the match. He's adapted well, and he's back.
Absolutely. Vinaj, thank you for coming on.
No
Absolutely
problem, mate.
appreciate giving up your time. You're always on here giving us support. Absolutely, we appreciate it,
problem,
mate.
Simon.
Absolutely fantastic. And yes, we'll hope you come back in. We have got some more coming up during the week, mate. So yeah, so look out for it, mate.
Bye,
I'll see you
Matt.
soon.
Bye,
Well,
Simon. Come on, you Spurs.
Stay
Spurs.
in the comments as well, mate. Stay in the comments there as well. Nice one.
Yeah, mate. Sure.
Yeah. So, guys, it's been RJ. You think Dele Alli was fantastic today, guys. He thought it was a really good performance. We could have won 4 or 5-0, he reckons. So, yeah, absolutely. So, guys, but before we bring Paul in, we've got a couple more comments in there. We've got C. All right, lads. Yes, we're fine, pal. What's your obsession with Dyer? Woeful player. Need to get rid. Absolutely. The Watson says Don Bailey was instantly good when he come on. Well, at least from what I could see. Yeah, I think when he come on, it's exactly the same as Leeds, mate. He got hold of the ball straight away. He wants it all the time. I mean, fantastic player. Region was my man, and actually he was good today as well. Very, very good performance. Region was quality, absolutely. Top 9 for 3 says, I just hope Levy doesn't think Mason is the man for the job full time. I don't think so, mate. I don't think we'll see him. Dyer was poor as usual. I agree. Steve thought Reggie was okay. He was out of position a few times, leaving Torre to run at Dyer. Yeah, but from over the couple of weeks, he has been really poor. We have been calling, me and Matt been calling him out. But today, I don't think it was a couple. Okay, yeah, I can see where we come from. There was a couple of
I think he was better
mistakes
today.
But he was better. It's a better performance. A recipe for disaster. Tony says Spurs' performance was okay, wasn't mind blowing, and West Brom had chances as well. Kane had the best chances. Not much else to add to that. Yes, thanks for your comment, mate. What's with the spider on Dele's?
Well, it's working, mate.
Yeah, it's definitely. Ali's converted a lot covered a lot of ground, just couldn't match it with a goal. I totally agree. Under Bailey, Dele, Reggie, etc. just need match time, start consistency. Obviously, yes, absolutely. That's what me and Matt was on about. And Bob Spur, another win against an average team. Great. But Bob's win's a win, pal. That's all I've got to say to people, mate.
Bob,
Win's a win.
We're
Absolutely.
11 points with West Ham.
Exactly.
We've had a disaster season. It's not too bad. I think we've got to be a bit positive after.
Now we're going to bring in Paul. We're going to bring in Paul now. It was on our show yesterday, live from the ground. Welcome, Paul. How's it going, my man?
Yeah, not bad, guys. You all right, Matt? You all right, Si?
Yeah, all good, mate.
Absolutely fantastic.
I don't know what amount of footage you see yesterday, because I forgot my headphones. Just wanted to get up there, do the protest. I mean, I did pan around. There was quite a few there yesterday. We had a big turnout. So, yeah, I think everything from yesterday was quite positive. Roll on the next one, that's what I say.
Yeah, just quickly before Matt comes in with a question for you, Paul. Just tell us more about this protest yesterday. We've heard people saying that they were disappointed as people come from a couple hundred miles away, a couple of hours drive and things like that for the protest yesterday, and they wasn't impressed with the turnout. All I can say, it was a better turnout. It was a better turnout. It was, and then it was when they did the first one. Yeah. So to you was there yesterday. How was it in your eyes? Was it not a bad turnout? Was it well behaved as well?
Yeah. The turnout that was there before, when they done their first one. I mean, I done one when Jose was sacked. When the European Super League first came out, and there was 4 of us there, and you had a couple of other people, and we had an ENIC out banner and everything there. Then a few days later, everyone jumped on the bandwagon, and there was probably about 60 people at that other one. But yesterday, I didn't even know how many was there. There was people all in front of where I was. I was on the steps of Warmington House, and there was hundreds in front of me. Plus, there was people across the road. I thought it was a good turnout, to be quite honest with you. To be quite honest, there could have been more, but I mean, what we had there, we were quite happy. The people that we wanted there were there, showed their face. It was all well behaved. There was no trouble, nothing at all. All right, there was a bit of mess. We did offer to clear up the mess, but the police turned around and said Tottenham have got staff to do it. So yeah, I think it was quite positive. I must admit though, I did go past today. I went because I only live in Park Lane myself.
Right, okay.
And it's the only place to live when you're a yid, mate. So
go on, guys.
I went to Sainsbury's with my boy and actually came along the front because they changed the time of today's protest from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And I came past about 12, and there was about probably maybe 40, 50 people on the opposite side of the road. Nothing really going on. Nothing like yesterday. We were chanting Levy out and Enoch out and everything, but there was literally nothing from them guys. Whether they were still waiting on numbers to come or not, I don't know. But I mean, I didn't have time to stop with them boys today because I had my boy with me today. So, but everything was positive from yesterday. And I thought it was a great turnout.
Absolutely, Matt. Do you want to say with Paul, mate? You've got sent to ask him.
Paul, what did you make of Japhet Tanganga today at right back? I thought he had a pretty good game. I thought he gave Bale the license to almost get forward a bit more. I thought it was a really good move, and I think I'd like to see Japhet to the end of the season now. I've
always rated that young lad, and I thought today he put on a performance worthy of getting that position. To be quite honest with you,
yeah,
he really did. I mean, he was solid. He got stuck in. He wasn't afraid of a tackle. He put his body about. He threw his weight around across the pitch. Yeah, he was bang on. He was today. I like the guy. I think he's really is worthy of that position.
Yeah, I do too. I think he communicates well. I think as he got a bit more confident, he was shouting, instructing at players.
Exactly.
And, I think he's a bloody good defender, and I want to. I think that spot could be his.
Well, yeah. I mean, what other players we got in the team that can take that spot? Well, Aurier's sometimes a liability.
I think he's gone, mate. I don't think he's injured. I think from what I've read, they've accepted a deal from PSG behind the scenes anyway. So,
well, good luck to Pochettino for getting the best out of him then, because
he tried once.
he tried. Did you want to be a glutton for punishment? That's entirely down to him. If we can get some money for him, then do it.
Yeah,
but then again, do we get the money and does it get invested into the team? Hence our protest yesterday. Yeah. Is it going to get reinvested back into the team? This is what we need to sort out with him.
Absolutely, Paul. Paul, just quickly go back on the protest. There's a question in here that they want to ask you, but is this like a step by step now? And this is the step forward now, isn't it? All right. Yeah. There was like I've told about 700 to 800 people yesterday. Still, that weren't the best of but it's still a good turnout. No. Absolutely great. Congratulate everyone who turned up yesterday.
Exactly.
Voice their opinion. Exactly. So, do you reckon it's a step in the right direction now? We can just keep doing it, and is the message we've got to keep doing. We can't just turn up for one and not do it again. We've got to keep driving.
Yeah, I think the problem with yesterday's one was it was arranged for the Saturday originally, like for yesterday's date, but then the game got changed to the Sunday, and then everyone wanted to change the protest like a week or two later after people have made plans. They wanted to change the protest date to the 16th. That hence why we had two, because people wanted to get there, come down to today because Levy was going to be there. Yeah.
It's £79.
Oh, what is it? So that is the reason why it was all changed. There was two, but the next one that we have, I mean, people have spoke about. There's one on Wednesday, the Villa game, but I'm not too sure on that. I've not heard anything really about how many people are going to turn up for that. Hence it being midweek and everything. But our way forward is plan it ahead, get the numbers, get thousands. Even in the closed season, get thousands. Just turn up. That's probably the way forward. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday. I mean, I've still got my sign. My sign's still available to get brought out, mate. You know, the yellow Bill Nick sign that was on there by them stairs, mate. That's
brilliant. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
That's still available, mate. So
Paul, what do you think of the performance today, then, mate? And the question on the screen. What do you think of the performance today, mate?
Yeah, I thought they put in a really good sound performance today. I mean, we can be a bit shaky at times. A lot of back passing, which I'm totally against. All this part, you're moving forward, and all of a sudden it's getting passed back. But other than that, I mean, how many times did we hit the woodwork today?
Yeah,
I mean, it could have been like your other guy just turned around and said like it could have been 4, it could have been 5. I mean, Kane hit the post 3 times. Deli's hit the post as well. You know, it's and according to the stats on the telly, we've hit the post more times than any other team in the Premiership this season. 24 times we've hit the post. So you know, it's going forward. We're going forward, but you know, and let the season end. Let's get a new manager in. Let's see what happens. See if we can get this bald-headed get out the club, and get someone in who's going to invest into the club. Because if they sold Aurier and they get the money for Aurier, where's that money going to get reinvested, or is it going to go into his bank account? That's what we need to sort out.
No, it's because
absolutely. So there's been a lot of pressure. A lot of people talking about Dele Alli. He needs to go. The guy's finished now at Tottenham and things like that. And I've been backing Dele all the way. I'm a massive Dele fan. I believe he's been out the team for so long. And he just needs continuous game time. He needs a good one in the team to get his fitness back. And we saw it today as well. What do you think of Dele Alli's performance? And what do you say to the people about who wants Dele out and things like that? Do you think Dele has a future at Tottenham?
That boy, he's always got a future at Tottenham in my eyes. He does blow hot and cold at times, but that's Dele Alli. You know, he'll have one bad game and then he'll have 10 good ones. So you know, you can't knock the guy for his commitment. Oh man, I love the guy. It's just I think under Jose he wasn't given that chance, and he was pushed to the back a little bit. And this, oh man, the guy's got so much talent. If we let him go now, he's going to go into another team. Say if United or City or Chelsea got him, and then he turns out to be a blinder. But what are we all going to turn around and say? Oh, why did we get rid of Dele? Why did we get rid of Dele? Stick with him. If he wants to leave, then let him go. But if he doesn't want to leave, he wants to fight for his place, then let him. That's what I say. And anyway, Matt, what you eating, mate?
Fish and chips, like home. Yeah.
Top man.
Paul, just back on Dele Alli's performance today. Me and Matt were speaking before we went live. We thought he was fantastic today. We really think he pushed for that man in the match thing with him and Pierre. Was it in the first half? In the first half when he megs that defender and he went and that's what me and Matt said. That's the old Dele. We're seeing now.
Exactly.
He's coming out of him again.
Yeah, I remember someone putting a comment on Facebook of saying on their post saying about like Dele Alli doing the tricks, and I said an awesome nutmeg or something. I mean, how did he put it through his legs and got past him? How we didn't score from that
Yeah.
afterwards. It was beyond me how a goal never materialised from that. But
Yeah.
he went on from that, and he showed the old Dele Alli coming back out. It was class.
It was
class.
everywhere today, mate. He was literally
even
everywhere
in
today.
defence.
Absolutely.
He was defending. He cleared one of their corners. I think it was came in, and he managed to clear it away. The guy was all over the pitch. He was up front. He was in midfield. He was in defence. You could have put a pair of gloves on him and stuck him in goal. He was everywhere on the pitch.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So, in your eyes, Paul, who stood out for you today, mate?
I thought Højbjerg had quite a good game today. He was quite solid. He was getting stuck in. You know, he popped up and got his goal. He watched what was going on. That's the thing with him. He see that ball go in. He see the shot, and he kept on moving forward. Anyone else, another midfielder would have stayed back, but he kept pressing forward. He made that pass out, and then he kept going forward. Ball hit, come back out straight to him, and he taps it in, gets himself a goal. Probably a 10 grand scoring bonus as well. You know, you never know.
So at the end, mate, who was your man of the match, mate?
You know what? It's tough. It's tough. I would go between Dele Alli. I'd pick three. I'd go Dele Alli, Højbjerg, or Kane. Because I thought Kane was okay today. You know, he hit the post a couple of times. He made himself busy.
A better reaction from Kane.
Yeah, he was in defence. He got back to defence as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Gary Neville's picking Cody as man of the match? I mean,
you know, how can you pick a player from a losing team as a man of the match?
Yeah, he conceded 2 goals, and they gave away so many shots on target as well.
He's defending and tackling was shocking.
Okay, he done a couple of clearance off the line, but does that deserve man of the match?
What the double clearance off the line that doesn't warrant a man of the match.
No, absolutely not.
He done nothing else. I mean, he probably could have been sent off for a couple of the tackles that he did. I mean, to warrant giving him the man of the match, you know. But then again, it's Gary Neville, isn't it? And what does he know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's picked some shocking man of the matches in recent times, and he's a bit too far up his own backside, if you ask me.
So, Paul, before we let you go, mate, going forward now as a club, obviously we want to try and get a European spot, not that conference one. We want to get into Europa League. In your eyes, who's the best man out there to take the job over Mason? And where do we go from here, mate?
We need an experienced manager. I mean, I'm a great lover of Scott Parker. I think he's done a great job at Fulham with a shit team. I mean, they got relegated, but you know, he ain't done a bad job. He's a Tottenham boy as well. He played for us. He knows the team. But I don't know. We need a bit of experience. Maybe everyone's the Leeds manager. Everyone's saying about him or Brendan Rodgers. I don't know. I just want.
If you got to stick your neck out, mate, who would it be?
Oh, mate. I mean, Brendan Rodgers he's done it in Scotland, hasn't he? He's won Leicester in FA Cup.
I don't think that's going to happen after yesterday. From what I saw him and the chairman, they're planning for next season already.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Matt, and I don't think it'll happen. To be quite honest, do we not want another ex-Chelsea in there? You know, look what happened with the last Chelsea ex-Chelsea boy we had there.
Go on, Matt.
I think the difference with Conte is he probably hates Chelsea for, you know, like obviously them getting rid of him, and maybe he'd want to get one on his former club. I don't know. I think we made.
Yeah, but Mourinho hated him
Yeah.
as well when
True.
he got sacked, and then he
True.
went back again. So
The only thing I'll say, Paul, about Jose Mourinho being at Tottenham, he's a money man. Everywhere he goes, he spends money, mate. He doesn't bring no youth. He wasn't backed properly, so we shot ourselves in the own foot hiring Jose Mourinho. So if you've got him on to blame Daniel Levy, because he's the one who hired him. He knew about Jose.
Yeah, this is our point exactly. The managers, no matter what manager you've had, Poch was a great manager for us, wasn't backed. Then you sack him, you bring in Mourinho, but then you're giving Mourinho some sort of money into saying what players can we get in on loan and bringing players in. But hang on, couldn't you have done that with Poch? Couldn't you have just gone, here, Maurizio, there's 200 million, get the players that you need? It never happened. It didn't happen. So going back to the manager, mate, I just want a manager, a decent manager. Ryan Mason's he's just a stopgap. He's just warming the bench up for the new one, mate. We love Ryan. I hope they keep him in there from the end of the season. I hope he goes back to doing under 21s, or he's got somewhere on the coaching staff. Because it'd be sad for him. Sad to see him
go. Go on, Paul. Go on. Before you go, you come on. Name a manager. Go on. Tell everyone who you actually want. Go on.
Rodgers.
There you go, everyone.
I would say Rodgers, but it's not going to happen, and we're going to get some.
Stupid to leave, wouldn't he? Why would he leave Leicester?
Exactly.
Leicester. In my eyes now, Leicester are probably in that conversation of top 6. We're not in that conversation at the moment. I think we have to realise as fans that maybe we're not as big as we once were 2 years ago. I mean,
exactly.
Got to go for. And what right do we have to say, oh, we want Conte, we want that? These managers don't want to come to us. So we may have to settle for Parker or someone like that and build again.
Yeah. I'd like to see Scotty Parker. I'd like to see Scotty Parker there, lads, but, that might not happen either. But Rodgers is out of the ones at the moment, it would be an ideal one, I would have thought.
Absolutely fantastic to have you on, Paul. Thanks for your comments today, mate. Thanks for your help.
No worries, guys.
Support the channel. Thanks for tuning in yesterday and giving us the show outside the ground. Absolutely fantastic, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for that, mate. And yes, come on all the time, mate. Absolutely a pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll jump on. Just message me, Si, when you're on and everything, because all the time I'm around, and if I can, I'll jump on. We'll all have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul.
Paul.
Nice one for having you on, mate. Absolutely.
Cheers,
and look after yourself, mate.
Yeah,
and come on, you Spurs. Come on,
you Spurs. Yes, look, I've even got it on my t-shirt.
That's it. Come on, that's it, Paul. Love it. Absolutely.
Have it, lads. All right, lads. Take care now. Cheers.
See you soon, Paul.
Ta-ra, mate.
Absolutely fantastic to have Paul on. Absolute legend. I think he's gonna be a fan favourite on this channel, Matt. I think we're gonna have him a lot. Absolutely. We've got him a guest as well. I'll get him on as a guest. So we go before we get Lily White Lane's in the back. Before we get him on, we've got some comments to get through. I think there's a few to get through. Tony says, so you guys think that the protests will actually achieve anything changing? We have to start somewhere, Tony. We have to start somewhere, mate. You guys did at West Ham. You done it, mate. You done it inside the ground, and it progged them to buy. It progged them to buy players. You know what I mean? So it can work, mate. If we keep doing it, mate, and keep doing it week in, week out, and showing them, listen, we're not having it. I mean, it can't be a one-off, because Daniel Levy said it was just a one-off. We've got to keep doing it. We've got to keep on top of it, and I think we can. We really can. Just saw 8 minutes worth of highlights, and Delhi looked hot today with Kane on fire. Absolutely, mate. Yes. If you got a chance to watch the whole game, go watch the whole game. And Delhi's performance, mate, it really is.
I thought
it
the
was
front
fantastic.
four were really good today, to be honest. I thought they worked really well.
Absolutely. Good riddance. Thanks for that, pal. Oh my God, I've got loads here, man. Get through. Jesus Christ. Talking too much. I love it though. Wayne Bonner says Tanganga is quality defender, solid, and he should be playing every game. He's definitely one for the future. Wayne, thanks for your comment, mate, and absolutely totally agree. John said, I hope Aurier is off to PSG. Please to see the back of him. We do think so, John. Leverley will be forced to be bringing expensive signings now because the stadium is too big for cheap managers and bargain basement players. I think this year we'll see a new change in transfer policy. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. I'm not holding my breath, mate. I'm really ain't. But thanks for your comment, mate. Thanks for coming and supporting the channel. This is the guy we had on yesterday. We have a problem in defence. Thanks for your comment, mate. Lily White Lane, yes. Simon, can I hop on? Yes. We've got to get Lily White on in a minute. Kelly JTV's THST Supporters Trust are meeting the Spurs board on Tuesday, employed by Levy to diffuse Wednesday protest. Tony says, problem you have there is a debt you have along with wages, fair play rules, plus the main point and depends on what manager you bring in and the money that is made available to him. Yes, I can
Fair play
get your
rules.
point.
Man City do it every bloody year.
Yeah, exactly.
Been done.
Perez say, thanks for coming in, pal. What do you lads think about Foyth at right back? Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll ask Lily White Lane when he comes on in a minute. Wayne says Aurier won't be a great loss. Tanganga, Lavenir, and Doherty for right back position.
No, Doherty.
Tony says Simon Matt's become a food critic, going to give us ratings on what he's eating. What do you rate your fish and chips, Matt?
Oh mate, yeah, 9.5. It was solid, mate. It was lovely.
Here we go. Fish and chips and peas with vinegar and man's meal. Laugh out loud. Shipmates. Shelf size Spurs. Yes. Lily White Lane. The link is yes. The link is there. You're making me hungry now. Perez says Matt's gone and made me hungry. Shelf side Spurs. Yes. Johnny Einstein. Yes. Cody was beaten for both goals too. Mind blowing from Neville. Absolutely. Tony says Brendan Rodgers is going nowhere, so you have to count him out. Perez says Stevie G looks impressive with Rangers. Tony says Gerrard's been groomed for Liverpool. He will be there in a year or two as Klopp's understudy. Perez says, if I'm honest, I would trust Conte a lot more with 200 million at the moment rather than with Poch. Top 943 say Paul's got to be all right. Same name as me. Yes, mate. Absolutely. He's absolutely fantastic. Evans Football Talk, fish and chips and peas and gravy. I ate the fucking lot. And Paul says, yes, Paul from Florida. What's the weather like? It's the weatherman. Come on, mate. Cheer us up. Hello, lads. Good result and performance in second half. Do you agree that Lo Celso is crap? Lo Celso, I agree. He ain't lived up to the expectations, what I thought.
I thought he was better today, but I'm not sold on him.
Yeah,
that's what I will say.
Now we're gonna bring in Robbie from Lily White Lane, guys. Lily White Lane TV. Areas he's in here now. Lily White Lane. How's it going, pal? Long time no see. How's it going?
Yeah, all good. Long time no see. Hope you're all doing well, as I say. Hope you're both doing all right. And yeah, over the moon with today's result. Really, really happy. And as I say, it's a pleasure to be back on the channel.
Absolutely, yeah, Robbie. Nice one. So Robbie, we'll get straight into it, mate. The first question's here, mate. What do you think of Mason's lineup today, mate?
Look, I think you have to look at it from a standpoint as, in my opinion, he chose a strong lineup. I think putting Tanganga in that right back position over Serge Aurier, I still believe he's a centre half, but he's adjusted to being a right back under Jose. So I still think he needs to play there for a little while and adjust more defensively. So I think that was the right move. I don't think Aurier's been good enough. Reguilon was poor against Leeds, but obviously Davies is out injured, so you have to play him. Dyer, I just don't see what manager's seeing him. Yes, he's had some good games over the past few weeks, but last weekend was enough to take him out of the squad for the rest of the season, in my opinion. Toby, that's fine. My only issue with the real lineup, really, was the midfield. Happy to see Dele in there, right? And I'll get onto him later because I thought he was phenomenal today. Happy to see Højbjerg, but Giovanni Lo Celso. Now, he's a player over the past few weeks who I think has not done nowhere near enough to get into the lineup. So I just couldn't understand. I don't see what he brings to the table. He doesn't bring skills to the table. He doesn't cover much ground. He loses the ball a lot. As I say, he's nervous to put in a challenge. I just think he's a player who's really lacking confidence right now and he needs to get it back, And, it seems to me that Ndombele isn't one of Ryan Mason's favourites, hence the fact he hasn't been playing since properly, a full 90 minutes since Mason got here. I think Mason much prefers Gio. And that does frustrate me because, yes, Gio has potential and, yes, he's a brilliant player, but he's not playing well. You don't play players because of their stature or their history or how good they've been in the past. You play players on form, in my opinion, and you have to look at a player such as Ndombele, who's had a really, really good season overall. You have to look at a player such as Gio, who hasn't had that good of a season, in my opinion. He hasn't really done much. Yes, he started off quite well, and the Arsenal game was definitely a standout for me, but apart from that, he hasn't done enough really the entire season. But I say up front, Kane, Son and Bale, fine. So I say, to answer your question, when it comes to the lineup, I was actually quite pleased. As I say, Dyer and Gio are my only two doubts in there.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Robbie. Just for a moment, guys, let's all laugh at Lee. It's a mate of mine, he's a Wolves fan. Let's all laugh at Lee. Let's all laugh at Lee. La la la. Lee, how's it going, pal? Are you coming on tonight? Come on, get in there. Have a chat. Have a chat with us. So what do you think of the performance today? Matt, could you take over that? I was gonna go do something.
Yeah, mate. You right, Robbie, mate? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. It's a pleasure to be back on, as I said to Simon. And I haven't spoken to you or Simon in a long time, so it's a pleasure to be back on here.
Obviously, a pleasure to have you on, mate. You speak a lot of sense. But what did you think of the performance? Like, personally, I thought it was promising for me. That there's signs there. Going into next season with a few changes. But yeah, let me know what you think.
Look, I thought it was a good performance overall. Now, I think starting things off in the first half, I think we were way too slow paced. We weren't creating enough. We looked really, really sloppy, and every time we had a chance to create something, we passed it back to the defence in Hugo Lloris. So, I think we were very, very sloppy in the first half, and it only took us till the final few minutes of the first half to actually pick up the pace. And I believe that goal changed the whole dynamic of the game. That goal right before half-time changed everything. Because I honestly thought Wolves, in that first half, they weren't good at all. But I thought defensively they were brilliant. I thought Cody was brilliant in the first half. He's the name I'm going to bring up a little later in the live stream, as I say, with Gary Neville making some silly comments which I just couldn't understand. But as I say, that goal before halftime completely changed the dynamic of the game. And we came out in the second half and we looked a completely different side. We weren't sloppy, we weren't slow paced, passing it back. We looked to constantly create something, exposing that right hand side and left hand side a lot, passing out to the wings to whip in across. That happened a few times. And I definitely think we exploited that left hand side quite a bit with Reguilon.
Yeah.
Really, really impressed me. And as I say, that second goal that we did score, I put that down to Reguilon. I say, he takes a bad touch. He absolutely lets it, gives it everything he's got to get to there, puts in a challenge, runs through, makes a brilliant, brilliant pass to Son. Son passes it in, Bale shoots, unlucky not to score. And then it's a good finish by Højbjerg. And he definitely deserves a goal because I definitely think his performance today was absolutely brilliant. Him and Dele were the star standout players for me today. But I say the performance, definitely promising. But at the same time, you have to look and see if we perform like that against another top team who aren't going to sit back, who are going to try and expressively attack us, as I say, play more expansive and attacking football. We could get stuffed. And I do believe breaking through walls was really, really tough in that first half. I do believe they defended quite well, but they didn't bring anything to the plate up top. They weren't counter-attacking well at all. And I thought defensively we were quite well. A player that stood out for me in the wrong way today was Dyer. I just think, against the top side, you do that and you're going to concede about 3 or 4 goals because he wasn't engaging. He wasn't engaging at all. He constantly watching the ball. And what I can't stand, I don't know if you guys have seen it, is he's always pointing. He's always pointing at other players to be in places. And he's so focused at looking at the ball that he doesn't even know where his man is. He's a ball watcher. He's not good at all at man marking and he doesn't deserve to be in the team.
He's not like forward thinking, is he? He's not like in terms of...
Yeah, exactly.
He'll blame other players, like you say, when he points. But also, what the hell is he doing? Just backing off, just letting them run at him. Like Traore's going to do. You have to put a tackle in.
He needs to engage. He weren't engaging today at all. He weren't engaging in tackles. And as I say, we're very, very lucky that it was Fabio Silva and some Wolves youngsters on the end of those balls, because that's a top tier player. They got space and they're firing a shot at goal. You know, whether that end up as a corner or into the back of the net, I don't know. But look, wasn't engaging at all, wasn't good enough in my opinion. But defensively, apart from him, I thought we were really solid. I thought Tanganga did his job. Reguilon stood out for me, and Toby did his job, as to say. But look, overall, a very, very impressive performance, and one I'm very pleased with.
Yeah, nice one there, Robin. Absolutely. It's got a couple of comments here. Lee's saying, "What embarrassment!" Yeah, so that one. Paul says, "Really, really cold today, mate. When I got out the pool, I had to put a towel on rather than just." This guy, mate. He's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. Joker, absolutely. But thanks for that, Paul, mate. Thanks for cheering us up. Perez says, who'd prefer in the double pivot? No Celso or Gio. Neither. I just want to have him in the team at the minute. I just think he's. I think he means it about Ndombele or Tanguy all day
I wonder
long.
if maybe he picks Gio just because. I mean, I looked at his heat map today, and he is kind of all over the pitch and presses better. Whether he thinks Ndombele is too lazy to press at the intensity that Mason would want, that maybe is my thinking. I don't know, but he frustrates me, Lo Celso, because there was a few times where I looked at him, and he always has his head up and he's looking for the forward pass, and he does break the line sometimes. But there was a few occasions where Dele made a great run, and it was just a bit of a short pass, and then he had to. But Dele, because he's clever as a footballer, he wins the foul. But a better pass, and we're up that field, quicker and ready to, give it to Son, Kane, or Bale. So it's got to be better. But yeah,
absolutely. Lee says no, too embarrassed, and he's giving a fingers up. Go on, Lee. Come on, lad.
Come on, Lee.
C says don't rate either of them. Don't rate on Ndombele. Wow. But thanks for your opinion, though, mate. It's totally up to you. Thoughts on Tanguy possibly being sold in the summer? I think he's a great, but will not be inconsistent in the Premier League. Wow. Quickly, guys. Tanguy, could he be possibly sold in the summer? Would you want it? Would you want it to happen?
No, I really wouldn't want it to happen. I believe Tanguy's a brilliant player. I really do, but. He's a player right now that's really struggling to adjust to Mason's system. Under Jose Mourinho, I thought he really got him working. He really got him running about. He really got him doing a job. He showed him, he has to be positionally where he has to be here at that time when we're counter-attacking. I thought the system that Jose Mourinho played at Tottenham Hotspur, Tanguy really adjusted to. But it's Ryan Mason's system of passing the ball out wide or basically going direct down the pitch, not counter-attacking, playing expressive, and finding the target man, whether that be Kane, Son or Bale, in the box to have a pop and put it into the back of the onion bag. But at the end of the day, you look at a player such as Tanguy, and as good as he is and as skillful as he is, as much as I rate him, I just don't think... How do I word this? I don't think he has the work ethic of Giovanni Lo Celso. Now, I much prefer him over Giovanni Lo Celso, and I much prefer him over other players, but he doesn't have the work ethic, in my opinion. He doesn't have the ability to constantly press, to constantly run around, to cover ground and everything. And I've started noticing it more when I see him, that he doesn't press. He just simply doesn't press that well. He walks around in midfield, and yes, when he's got the ball, he's magic. But off the ball, he's nowhere near the player. But those are my thoughts on it as well. I really do rate Tanguy. I want him to get good. He's an absolute class player, but right now he hasn't got the work ethic.
Absolutely, Robbie. Matt, can you add anything to that, matey?
He's a good player. I don't know if he suits Tottenham. I don't know what his position is. I don't know if he's number 8, number 10. If he's a double pivot midfielder, that's kind of my problem with him. I think his work ethic's pretty poor, to be honest. I mean, there's some days where he comes on and he's only been on the pitch for 4 minutes, and he looks like he's been on for about 80. It's not, there has to be a point where you go, is he good enough? And I like him, and I think he can be good. Has he got the work ethic for this team, to work? I look at, I look at Leicester yesterday. Their work ethic, Ndidi in midfield, Tielemans. That's a midfield, that you want, who are going to be working hard for each other, who've got some quality. I can't name a game where I've said Tungi and Ndombele's controlled that midfield for 90 minutes. He hasn't. I can't think of one game. If we sold him, I'd go and get Grealish. That's my view on it. I think he'd be brilliant in our midfield, and I think probably this could be, what we need. So, and I think he likes Tottenham from what I've seen on, he's posting. He likes Harry Kane. He's always posting like little bits about Spurs, and I don't think anyone would say no to Jack Grealish instead of Ndombele just because of what his capability is. I think if it means we get a rebuild, and it means, at the end of the day, you have to sell one of your better players so we can go and put more money into the team, whether it's to better our midfield, whether it's to better our defence. Liverpool have done it. Leicester have done it. I think we eventually just have to realise we have to cut ties with some of these players. And maybe he's not as good as we think, and maybe he's not good enough for our league. Maybe he just can't handle the intensity. So if a money offer came in for 60, 65 million, would I take it? Probably yes, if it meant, go and get Grealish, or maybe go and get two better midfielders who overall change our team and make it better.
Yeah, nice one for it, guys. So I hope that answers your questions, mate. Top line for 3 says, all right, Robbie, long time no see. Paul says, I would love Ndidi, Fofana and Rodgers, all from Leicester. Absolutely fantastic. I tell you, Fofana yesterday in the cup final, absolutely
unbelievable.
They were unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. He made Timo look average yesterday with his defending.
But I think their team were brilliant. I thought Vardy was well up for it. He showed a bit of that winning mentality. The way he was. I loved it. Honestly, I got a bit emotional yesterday watching that. Just have the fans back, and when he was going like that to get the crowd. I want that from Tottenham. I want some players to care and show that kind of passion.
Unfortunately, we haven't got lucky in that in a minute, have we?
We haven't.
LDN1 says Ndombele looks beautiful on the ball, lazy, too slow on the ball, and most importantly, one wreck he goes missing. Not strong enough for our league. Be a worldie in other country. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I think the league's probably too fast for him, the way he plays and things like that. I think he's suited to French league because that's how it is. It's not very quick, is it? And you get a lot of time in the ball.
You could see him in a Barcelona sort of team for me, something like that.
C says Tungi lazy, mate. Technical gifted, but more of a playground player. Simon Cohn, yes, Simon. Thanks for coming in. Even all. Tony says, good to see you again, Simon and Matt. Got to go. Keep up the good work. Smash the like, share and subscribe, everyone. See you soon. Yes, Tony. Absolutely fantastic to see you again. The West Ham fan always comes in and cheers us up. Thanks, Tone. Simon says, Laurie man the match for keeping awake. Everton lost 1-0. Wow. Perez says Dele and Tungi being sold could probably get us Grealish. Dele, I would not sell him yet. I'm telling you now, this player. So that's the next question, Robbie. Me and Matt were talking behind the scenes. What do you think of Dele Alli's performance today? We know he's not everyone's favourite. He's not everyone's cup of tea at the minute. He's not been a great player now for a year and a half, 2 years. It's not the same Dele. But is he coming back? Is he coming back? Have you seen signs of he's coming back, mate?
Look, I thought Dele was immense today. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Always getting in the right positions. I thought he was picking out passes like a quarterback in the NFL. He was absolutely brilliant today, as I say. And he really did deserve a goal when he hit the post, considering we could have beat Wolves today about 4 or 5-0, because I thought we were dominant in that second half. But Dele really impressed me. He showed some skills, flicks and tricks in the game as well, picking out really, really good passes, so positionally aware, taking his time on the ball, not rushing. He was absolutely brilliant today. I really do rate Dele's performance today. And he's a player who's really struggled this season because he's had a lot going on in his life, you know, the whole stuff of Jose Mourinho and everything. But I do believe if he can get his head right, if he can get back on track, if he can, you know, he might have already done this, but if he can regain his love for football and playing on that pitch for Tottenham Hotspur, we all know how good he can be. We all know he's an absolute class player. The guy's, what, only 24, 25? He's got, what, another, you know, 7 to 8 years left of his career. This guy's absolutely brilliant, in my opinion, and definitely a good performance from him today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me and Matt was talking about his performance today, and we both agree he was fantastic, Bobby. He was really great. Against Leeds, first half, I thought he was great against Leeds. I think second half is rusty. I think he's tired out. But I think the thing with Dele at the minute, Bobby, is he needs consistent games. He needs consistent game time. He needs to get fitter. I mean, and I do believe we saw the old Dele today, especially in that first half when he megs that player. He took on the other player and he passed it. We really got to go up. It's a smile, mate. It's that little cheeky smile. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's loving the game again. He's loving his football again. And
I think he's loving. He's loving being back. You know, I can see it.
Exactly. He's back in the first. He's back in the first team. He's getting regular football at the minute, and that's what I think he needs. I think you don't become a bad player overnight. And that's, I mean, we know the quality of Dele, what he can bring to the field. For people at the minute saying, let's get rid of Dele, it's too quick to say, me. It really is. He's only, 24, 25, something like that. He's still too young. This guy could be an absolute sensational player under a right manager who believes in him. So, yeah, I really do. I'll definitely keep Dele. I really do. LDM1 says, Gio and Tungi, bad business, let them go. Buy Grealish and Sapasar. Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
Jesus, now that that'd be quite exciting.
He says keep Del Boy, has potential, presses the team forward. Yep, I totally agree. LDN one says Lamella, Lucas, Sanchez, Sissoko, Aurier for me all have to go first. Coys, thanks for tuning in, pal. Jose destroyed our season.
No, Enoch did.
It's very hard to say that one, isn't it?
I think everyone has to
LDM one says, along with Tungu and the Celso, they won't sell loads. Let's just go back that quickly. Just quickly before I get into the next question. Go on, Robbie. You can have first. Joey destroyed our season.
No, I think look, mate, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I completely respect it, but I think you're completely wrong. I think everyone, I honestly do think everyone is to blame for this season. And look, it hasn't been a good enough season at all. But you have to blame the players' attitudes. You sometimes have to blame Jose's tactics. But most of all, you have to blame the board for not investing any money whatsoever into the main positions that Jose Mourinho wanted. It's consistent from this board not to invest any money into the team, but yet more money into the NFL and off the pitch deals, in my opinion. I'm absolutely sick of it to my stomach. And I do want to touch on this as well. The protest yesterday. I live quite far away from London, so I wasn't lucky enough to actually get to the protest. So I said, I know Bobby went. Did you go, Simon, by any chance? Or
no?
Yeah, so I know Bobby went to the protest. I know a few other people. I know Charlie went there. I know Stell went there from Tottenham away. And all of them have said it was a massive letdown. And I've seen all the videos and everything in the footage. And it seems to me about this protest that many, many people were there. The true Tottenham Hotspur fans were there to protest and talk about Enoch. But there were so many people there missing the point, singing songs about, Moose, this is Soko, and, how much we love Spurs in the history and everything. We're not there to do that. We're there to protest against this board, which aren't investing in the team. Hence the fact we haven't won a trophy since 2008. Yeah, you've got these pissheads, excuse my language, but you got these pissheads who, you don't know what's going on half the time because they've had a few too many drinks, singing songs about how much we love Spurs and, Moussa Sissoko and Eric Dyer and Dele Alli and singing all these songs and everything. You're not there to do that. It's completely missing the point. You're there to protest about Enoch, protest about how they haven't invested in the club. And Yesterday's protest, in my opinion, completely missed the point. And today's one was a shambles, if there even was one, because I haven't seen anything about it. I saw something Saturday was the main one, and then there's one on Sunday at 10 a.m. or something. I ain't seen absolutely anything about that. So it was a massive, massive letdown to me, the protest. But I really, really do hope more proper people can attend the one in Aston Villa and the one in October before the NFL game. But it was a real, real letdown to me.
Yeah. What I've got to say to you, mate, about the protest. We had Paul on. We had Paul on just before you. He said that he walked past him. Said it was about 40 to 50 people. It was peaceful. They weren't really singing. So he said it was a bit of. But he said they're still there. They're still. I mean, they're still doing their job. They're doing their bit for the club for this. But I totally agree. That's another thing. Me and Matt brought it up about they're singing like Mr. Sissoko. What's this got to do about a protest? We're protesting about Levy and Joe Lewis. We're not protesting about these players like that. So, but what I'll say, Robbie, is I did not like yesterday when they saying when Daniel Levy dies. I think that is
disgusting.
Absolutely disrespectful. Okay, if you don't like the man and things like that, you want him at the club. At least respect the man. Like
I'd like to just comment on that and everything. It's like you're there to protest about the ball, but taking it to that height, asking for someone to pass away, it's absolutely disgusting to even chant that. In my opinion, it's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed as a Spurs fan to see other Spurs fans representing us in that way, singing, for a club owner to basically die. And it's absolutely disgusting because, yes, he may have not done the best job in all of this, but at the end of the day, he's a human being. At the end of the day, it's his job. Just like, many, many people every single day go into work, come home from work. He's there doing his job. He may not be doing it that well. He may be doing it well. That's a matter of opinion. But to no extent should you take it that far to ask someone to die. It was absolutely disgusting and represented us in an awful, awful way. And I say, I was embarrassed to even hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, quickly, what did you thought on when you heard when they're singing about Daniel Levy when he dies and things like that? I mean, it's just no need for it.
It's too much drinking. It was too much of like Robbie said. It was too much of. It was like a match day, if that's how I could put it, where people have had way too many. They're just there for a bit of a jolly along. People haven't been out for probably ages and they're seeing all their mates, and it's like a Tottenham sort of day out. But to chant about someone dying is, disgraceful, especially after the whole year we've had, when thousands and thousands of people are dying. Even across the world. It's disgusting behaviour, really, and it's not nice, obviously, to see. And maybe it was a good job the media weren't there, because that might have been bad publicity for our club. If that would have potentially come out, but it's not good enough, and those people need to realise you can't. Yeah, okay, you can not like the man, but to say he needs to die is just way too far out of line. But also, this is why I think some of these players need to go. We need to stop these stupid songs about Sissoko and Eric bloody Dyer. That was 5 years ago when they were good. 3 or 4 years ago. We have to cut the ties and get rid of these players so we can maybe create new songs for players that actually care about our football club. When Moussa Sissoko comes on the pitch, do you think he cares? From what I've seen all season, he makes too many defensive errors and he doesn't show heart. Yeah. So I want my Tottenham to be like it was when Pochettino was there. When we won that Champions League semi-final, that was heart, that was desire, and that reminded me so much of what Leicester was like yesterday. But they went all the way because they've got a plan and they've got a strategy and they've got a chairman that cares. But not only just spends loads of money, he has helped that community massively. And fair play. And his dad died as well, and he's taken it on his shoulders and won them the FA Cup. We want an owner like that who cares. If Daniel Levy says he cares, come out and prove it this summer and the next few, and let's go and win stuff, because that's the only way I see this being fixed. But disgraceful yesterday with those chants. yeah, don't want to see that again. Don't wish death upon anyone. It's disgraceful.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Wayne said, I was there yesterday, no organisation, and basically turned into a get together for some of the fans. Disappointing. And LDN1 says, Levy has grown us off the pitch. I honestly believe he planned to back Jose, but Corona hit. He couldn't back Pop for 2 years, but he was building the stadium. He needs to adapt. But the Levy out is unjust. And LDN says, my worry is what you get in their place. John says Azoko is a bloody waste of space, not worth signing and not worth singing about. Lowe's, do you think Ryan Mason will be our next manager? Nope, I don't think so. Bob Spurs says, great to see you, Robbie. Massive shame regarding yesterday. Had a football themed stag do vibe. Well, yeah, mate. Seriously, and do you know what, Robbie? Me and Matt. I was talking to Matt about this, and I talked to it before I went. I talked to it when we come on the stream before we get into the process about. There was people there. There's people on Twitter saying that there's calling out certain YouTube channels and certain people for giving the chat on their streams about Enoch out and not turning up and all that. I mean, I just thought that was disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? These people don't know these people. They've got lives to live as well. They don't breathe, eat Tottenham 24/7. They can't just be there all the time. They've got lives to live, kids to grow, kids to look after, work to go to. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a bit disrespectful from some of them. So I did not like that at all yesterday, what I heard. Corey says Christian Gaudia will be manager or Rodgers. Yeah, that could be a good appointment as well. So who stood out for you today, Bobby? Who's the one that really caught the eye today? Really fantastic.
Look, I will have to say quickly, Simon, my battery's currently on 10%, so I'll have to head off within the next 10 minutes. But as I say, who stood out for me today? Dele Alli and Højbjerg. I think the way Højbjerg held up play so well today. He held up that midfield. He was a real general in midfield today. Got himself a goal. Really impressed by him. And Dele Alli, as I say, that's the Dele Alli I remember from years and years ago. You know, me. Look. There's a bit of history to this, right? Me and Dele Alli. He was always my favourite player apart from that, because obviously my local team is MK Dons. So I used to see Dele Alli, and I used to see him starting off as a ball boy and actually playing for MK Dons. And I always said to my dad, this guy is going to be the next superstar. And I actually got to go for a tour of the old White Hart Lane. And I remember I was really young, and I said to the lady, do you know about Dele Alli? And she goes, yes. And I said, if he comes to Spurs, he'll take us to the Champions League final. He'll take us to heights we've never managed. And she's laughing along because I'm really young. And then he actually comes to Spurs. He actually comes to Tottenham Hotspur. He didn't take us to a Champions League final, but we get to a Champions League final. And years later, that one guy who was playing for my one of my local teams, as I say, in League One, in League One, as I say, is now cemented himself in the history of Tottenham with some brilliant goals and brilliant performances. So we know he's got it. We all know, as you know. I can speak for most Spurs fans when I say Dele Alli is a brilliant player. We all know he's a brilliant player. He just needs to get confidence, and I think his confidence is growing. He's starting to get that love for football back, which is absolutely brilliant to see. So he stood out for me, and Højbjerg today was absolutely immense. He was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So before you go off, mate, where do we go from here, mate, as a club? And who would you like to be as your next manager? Who do you want this to take us forward now for next season? And we know these sort of protests, they're more likely Dan Levy and Joe Lewis will be here for next season. So what's your what would you like to see from Dan Levy to come out? Would you want him to come out to have to show us an ambition, to show us a direction they want to take the club, and to show us an identity and things like that? So who do you want your next manager? And what do you want from next season?
I want to see
from this team?
ambition. I really want to see ambition. You know, it nearly reduced me to tears yesterday watching Leicester because it's a brilliantly run club, you know, with history that's come up through the ranks, formerly, you know, way below the Premier League and won the FA Cup for the first time ever. And it really did make me jealous because it's such a run well club. Whereas we're an absolute shambles. Now, I will give Enoch one thing, and it's probably the one thing that they've done right, is they've set us up for the future with this massive stadium. It's about the only thing they've done. I'd much rather be at the Lane if I'm being honest, but they set us up for the future with this massive stadium as a proper Premier League side now. But on the other hand, in my opinion, you have to look at, you know, you have to look at someone like Daniel Levy and you have to look at Enoch and everything. And you have to see they haven't done a good job at all. They haven't done a good job. I don't think they need to show ambition. And you've thrown me off there, Matt, with
Oh, sorry,
thrown
mate.
me off there. But look, they really need to show ambition next season. And if they don't, I'll definitely be one of those people as well. You know, I don't want them here now, but I'll definitely be calling for them to leave Tottenham. But I really want to see ambition. I want to see investment in the team. I want to see investment in the club. As far as managers go, look, my first choice was Ten Hag. He's off the list now because I think he's brilliant at bringing through youth players and definitely a brilliant manager, as I say, who can work wonders with, you know, a lot lower ranked players. Rodgers is up there. I don't see why you would leave Leicester though, when, you know, they're probably going to get Champions League football next season. They've just won a trophy. Conte, bit like Rodgers, why would he leave this brilliant Inter Milan side that's just won Serie A? So I would love Conte. Conte would be top of my list, but apart from him, there's a few candidates, but I'd be looking at someone like Graham Potter, right? And I'll be 100% honest. I think this guy is exactly what Tottenham Hotspur need, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to laugh at that, but I think Graham Potter's a really, really good manager. No. I really do think he's a really good manager.
Yes, Robbie. Go on, my guy.
Because you look at someone such as Graham Potter and you see he's a manager who, you know, he's got many qualifications and actually, you know, qualifications in speaking to people and everything and having conversation and basically, you know, he's got so many qualifications on that side of things. He's a brilliant, you know, manager. He's absolutely brilliant at setting up his players, you know, really giving his players confidence. I think he sets his players out well. I think he plays a really exciting attacking system, as some would say the Tottenham way, which I don't believe in. I think it's a load of rubbish. But look, he definitely does play attacking football, in my opinion. Very exciting football and exciting manager. He's got qualifications in man management and things like that. I do believe he's the right man to take over at Tottenham Hotspur with owners such as Daniel Levy and Enoch. As I say, the man management qualifications, he's worked wonders with Brighton, if I'm being 100% honest. They've got some good players with the likes of, you know, Leonardo Trossard. I rate him. I think he's a good player. Tariq Lamptey, a very, very good player. They've got some Basuma as well. But he's worked wonders with the team, as I say, took him up from the Championship and almost made him a Premier League staple. Over the past few years, they've looked really, really,
right.
They've looked really, really promising. So Graham Potter will be top of my list, yeah.
It's realistic, Simon. I'm telling you, mate.
Yeah, definitely realistic as well. I really, really like
it. I'd love to see a few more academy players. We've got some great academy. He could do wonders. I think he could.
I just don't think he's ready for this kind of job. That's the thing with Potters. Maybe a few years down the line. I just think now we need someone to steady the ship again. I keep saying it again. Jose Mourinho come in to steady the ship. I mean, they
didn't steady the ship.
What's that?
He didn't steady the ship.
He sunk it.
No. He come in to steady the ship, but he got thrown under the bus by the balls.
My view on it. We've been down the top manager route. I think we've got to go down the Potter route.
To me, you can probably say goodbye to Harry Kane because he won't stay for the likes of Potters. I'm telling you now.
He will.
He won't stay like.
I think he would.
No,
Simon, I think he would, and I don't think he's got a choice. I think it's up to Daniel Levy if he wants to sell him. He's got a 3-year contract left. No,
I just don't think.
At the end of the day, more people. like if I was Man City and it's between Haaland or Kane, you're gonna go Haaland. He's got age on him. He's no injury record.
I'll go
Kane
Harry
has.
Kane all day long in the league, man. Because
No, but
Haaland could be a flop in
Haaland
this
would have
league.
a bigger sell-off.
You never know.
No,
Haaland could be a flop in
I
this league.
think City. I think Matt's right there. I think City would rather go for Haaland, and I think Kane. He's got a decision now. You know, he either goes to a top club in another nation, and maybe wins a couple trophies, or it stays at Tottenham, maybe wins trophies. I say maybe, as I say, because it's Tottenham.
Go and do
But at the
what
same
Vardy's
time,
done.
cements
Go and do
himself
it.
as probably the top scorer of all time in the Premier League and the top scorer in Tottenham Hotspur's history.
I can see him
do
going
believe
City.
his
I
records
really do.
he can
I
break.
think that's
But
what he's doing.
I do
That's
have
his
to
next
head
goal.
off now, Simon and Matt.
Right.
Been an absolute pleasure coming back on the channel.
Nice one, Robbie. Nice one for coming on, mate. Supporting the channel.
Thank you,
Absolutely fantastic, mate. And Robbie, tell everyone where they can find you, mate.
Yeah, so if you do want to check me out, please go over to my channel, Lily White Lane, all kinds of Tottenham Hotspur content. You'd be doing me a massive, massive favour by subscribing on there and tapping the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, as I say. But before you do that as well, if you haven't already, keep supporting Simon, keep supporting Matt on this channel. They're doing an absolutely phenomenal job. Always check out your streams, lads. And look, you're doing an absolutely brilliant job. You're growing and growing and growing. And it's absolutely brilliant to see.
Nice
Thank
one,
you,
Robbie.
mate.
Absolutely
You keep safe,
fantastic,
mate. Keep
pal.
well.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs, Rob. Come on,
you
Rob.
Spurs.
That's it. Nice one, Rob. Yes, so thanks, Rob there. Matt, we've got some comments to come in before we get into your ratings and then we'll head off. We got this one here. Neville just likes to be the bunch that sticks out. Yeah, he does, absolutely, more than others looking for attention. Yeah. Me, I prefer Carragher over Neville, me personally. Come off it, man. Parker's relegation material and he's no way ready for that. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely, he's well off. He's well off to pace, me personally. Matt giving us his close-up crutch shot again. Top
I was opening the
top
window.
show, lads. Oh dear. We need challenge for top four to get into the Champions League money. And our stadium is too big now for us to be missing out on Champions League football. I can totally agree with that, mate. And Evans Football Talk say, I need a big pie with gravy, like Big Sam. LDI1 says, young man at the bottom, a shambles was the sugar days. We nearly lost everything. Enoch, haven't done all bad. I can see where you're coming from. I really can see where you're coming from there. Jesus Christ, we missed a lot here, mate. Seriously. Oh dear. We need a Gautier, Sari, who are successful already, have an improved team, and Gautier is ahead of Moneybags PSG, so he would be the most sensible choice. Or Sari, also done some good. We need him to aim high now, like he did with the new stadium. Rodgers ain't coming with the Champions League money. That's coming in next year. He's building to win another cup and try to challenge for the league title. What about Gautier, who's done yes, absolutely. Maybe Potter, but that is like tossing the coin. Paul just said, just to make a point about the protest, there was a lot of youngsters there treating it like a piss up and singing about players. There was old school fans who were trying to get the point over, but we was forced to take a back seat, avoid the protest, turn into a battleground. Pay attention to the chat at all. I'm out of here laters. Guys, listen, we try and do the chat as well while we're talking as well. We do actually eventually get to it. I'm sorry it's a bit too late for your likings, guys. But I'm sorry about that, pal. Absolutely. Potter is worse than Harry Potter, mate, unless you want XG. Let's go back to this comment as well, guys. I'd like to see you do your own stream as well, guys. Trying to have people on, trying to talk, trying to go through questions, and trying to get this. Guys, it's not as easy, guys. Perez says Levy was ambitious about the stadium because he knew in the long term he would be able to pocket money out of it. Won't aim high for anything else now. Robbie, you was doing okay until I said Potter. Richard, good on you for your honesty. I agree. Potter is the man. Simon, it got was it torpedoed? Yeah, torpedoed by Lugo. Yeah. John says I'm settled for Potter, given the realistic choices left. Haaland is going to bag goals in any team he goes to. Paul says, how can Robbie say Enoch has set up us for the future when the ground they have built is an arena for other events and it's a cash cow to bring in money for their own pockets?
Because that will set us up. That will set us up for the future. All that money coming in, and revenue across the world as well.
But I can see where Paul's coming from there. I really can. They haven't built it as a football stadium alone, have they? They knew what they're doing.
Of course not.
They've done it as an NFL thing. Obviously, because it's an American thing.
They're business, aren't they? They want to make as much profit when they sell it as they need.
And that's what I'm saying, Matt. None of this money's going to come into the playing field. It really won't, mate. And that's the problem.
But when you get a new owner, when eventually it does happen, whenever it will be, they will have everything in place plus whatever money they've got. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of the future, it is set up. So,
Matt, are you called for another 10? Are you called for another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
We've got one more call. We've got Nipan. He wants to come on. He wants to have a say. So we'll bring him on in a minute. THFC fan Bible says, I think that Potter will be miles better than Parker. Brighton are better than Fulham with less of a budget.
100%.
Jesus Christ, there's more comments coming in than Werner's goals. and that's cute cats. Really trying to get some attention from the chat. I'll take Potter. THFC fan Bible says, Paul, they have to do that, otherwise you'll never make profit, considering it's cost 1 billion. More comments coming in girls for me. Top 943 says, Si, you're doing a great job with the show, Matt. Yeah, nice one, pal. It's just so annoying, though. Top 943 when we get comments like that. I mean, we do look at the chat. I think we're the only fewer channels out there who do actually look after the chat. When we try
get through everything. We normally get through everything.
You know what I mean? I can't have a guest on and keep going to the chat every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? It's not even possible. Yeah, don't listen to those haters. Yes, it's fine, pal, but it's just not. I mean, so we're getting our plan on. He wants to come. He was there, Matt. I did send you the video. He was outside the stadium.
You did.
Evening. How's it going, my friend?
You just have to laugh, don't you? I mean, like I'm over it now. I mean, congratulations, Leicester. This has just been quite a stressful month for me.
Right. What about you're in the top 4?
You know, I wouldn't usually
FA Cup final when you're in the Champions League final. Try to be a Spurs fan.
Okay, look. Honestly, enough with this. Look, usually I wouldn't ask people not to smoke me. It's more than just football. I lost 3 of my very close relatives within the space of 1 month. So it's not just football.
Okay, I'm very sorry to obviously hear that as well, and our condolences, from everyone here and in the comments. Really sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah, 3 of my I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I usually wouldn't ask rival fans not to smoke me, but for this particular reason, just wanted to say that I was a bit not shook by the protest. I felt a bit unwelcome there. I know it's a rival. We're from rival teams, but when it comes to the greater good for the sport, we're all in it together.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the part we saw you outside the ground. You made you made it on TV there. You was and it was good to see. You said you was there. You was a Chelsea fan, but you was there for football fans yesterday. which was absolutely fantastic. You said you was going to try
I
your
was there
best to
for
get
football in general.
Could you just
Yeah,
tell us?
I saw a few
Could you just tell me
famous
and Matt
faces
how?
there.
Could you just tell me and Matt quickly how it was yesterday? Was it busy? Was there a lot of people there? Was it very calm? Was it peaceful?
It was peaceful. I saw no violence, thankfully. There was a lot of blue smoke coming from the you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of blue smoke coming. I don't know what that is. I've seen that a lot at protests.
It's all flares.
I saw a lot of red smoke from them lot down the road. I'm not gonna say who they are.
Good. Yeah, good. We like you. There we go.
Look, if we can agree on one thing, it is that Arsenal are that four-letter word. I'm not going to say it because I'm still at work.
Stage on the pan. Richard stays. Great to listen
Yeah,
to you guys. Can't get any
I didn't
worse
want
than
to.
on. Go on,
I didn't want to
mate.
swear
Go
because
on.
look, I'm still at work, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to swear.
Right. Okay. Not a
yeah.
problem. What do you do, Napan? Tell us what you do.
Can you not tell by my uniform?
Chef, isn't he? Chef?
Chef.
I'm
Are you a chef?
I'm a chef.
Yeah. What are we cooking tonight, chef? What's on the menu?
Well, come down to Hemel Hempstead, and I'm pretty sure I can cook you something up one day. Like, say if you're going on an away trip up north, we're just 15 minutes off the M1, Boxmoor Steakhouse.
Oh yes,
Right.
Simon. Sounds good to me.
Right. Yes, we'll get there. We'll get there, guys. So, Napan, just tell us quickly, because you're a Chelsea fan. Obviously, you probably didn't watch the Tottenham game. Obviously, you watched the Chelsea game yesterday. What was your thoughts? What was your thoughts on the performance?
You just weren't clinical enough. I mean, like, I'm not gonna look. You can blame VAR all you want. I feel it was an unfair call to be chalked off. But at the end of the day, we didn't take our chances. Leicester did.
Chef, he's a Chelsea fan. And this one is Evans Football Talk. He's a Chelsea fan, so he's uniting with you tonight. He's saying, "Come on, Chelsea." He's on.
Look. In the grand scheme of things, people say, "Oh, it was." Look, we just weren't clinical enough today. Leicester were. Sorry, today. Yesterday, we just weren't clinical enough. And fair play to Leicester. They deserved it. And I'm sure their owner would be proud. I wish you guys had owners like Leicester who actually care about the club.
You know what?
Not them with the fans. Not in their own private yachts or in their country houses smoking cigars and caviar.
Oh dear. Go on, Matt.
I think every club would want an owner like Leicester's owners. You know, I think they're football people. They help the community. I mean, I don't know what you think of Abramovich. I obviously know he's done Chelsea really well, but for me, he's probably not.
Look, I love Abramovich. And even he was at all our games. Before he got banished.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that many people know. They might laugh. Like, people might make fun of Chelsea or like Chelsea. Mate, if Abramovich hadn't bought Chelsea from our previous owners, we'd be a League Two side.
Yeah.
I'd probably be real talk. if
Right.
Abramovich hadn't taken us over, I'd probably be supporting a different team.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah,
Japan,
when he took us
before-
over, sorry, when he took us over, we simply wanted. I did not foresee our success. I just saw an owner who cared about her club and wanted it to do well. The success was just a bonus for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we let you go, Chelsea Man City Champions League final. Are you going to win it?
I hope we win it. Just so that, look, you know what? The only reason I hope we win it, full stop. But if we win it, that will put them lot down the road in the mud for good. Like, they keep saying, oh, London is red, London. Look, they have less European success than you lot. Sorry, than Tottenham. They have less European success than Tottenham.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think London is blue at the moment. I don't think anyone can, argue with that. I think Tottenham and Arsenal have been in, this
And
season's been a disaster.
If we win on May 29th, the London is argument will be dead and buried. Arsenal will have to win. They'll have to win. If we win on May 29th, they'll have to win 3 Europa Leagues and 3 Champions Leagues in order to be competitive in terms of ruling the city, which is not happening. And long may that drought continue.
Absolutely. And this is a last comment for you, mate. He said, upon your ledge, true talk, money bags of Abramovich was going to buy Spurs first, though shame he didn't. Yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
Let's
On your ledge.
Well, let's look. I've joked around with a lot of you Spurs fans, a lot of fans from them lot down the road, that your owners support rival teams. Like Stan Kroenke supports Tottenham, and Daniel Levy supports Arsenal. I've had these jokes with a lot of your fans that he must be an Arsenal fan. Enoch must be an Arsenal fan. Kroenke must be a Tottenham fan.
Absolutely, ledge. You're an absolute legend, upon, and we'll get you on again. Absolutely fantastic to have you on, mate. And hopefully one day we can come into your restaurant and you can cook me and Matt up some fantastic food.
Okay, we're off Junction 8 on the M1.
There you go, Junction 8, mate. Me and Matt will be there. We'll definitely be there. Absolutely. Nice one, upon. Thank you and enjoy and jump on because we are doing a special for the Champions League. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
See you soon, pal.
See ya.
See you soon, mate.
Right.
That's Naban. He's a legend. Absolute legend, that guy. And we've got some comments to go through, Matt. Sorry, Matt, I'm keeping you in, mate.
That's fine, mate. It's fine. Got to do the player ratings, yeah?
I love the show. Simon Cohen says Chelsea women losing 4-0. 4-0. Wow.
Yeah, they were 4-0 down in 36 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Ignore the haters, mate. You are one of my few that actually pays attention to the chat. JP, absolutely fantastic, mate. Absolutely. Evans Football Talk says, sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah, I think he's on about. And the part, Facts and Stats say, Si, you and Matt have no need to explain yourselves. If they want their comment read out, they can go and pay for super chat on someone else's channel. Yeah, I totally agree that Facts and Chat and Facts and Stats. Thank you very much. Evans Football Talk says, stay strong, upon. Richard says, great to listen to you guys. Can't get any worse. The only way is up. Tottenham to yes. Thank you very much, pal. Michael Donuts Man, stay strong. Well said, Facts and Stats. Chelsea unite. John says, yeah, I can think of a few channels that only bang on about super chats all the time. At least Cy reads. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I mean, but that's the way forward. If people's got the super chat option, they're going to do that. They're going to not read thing until you pay your thing. So, I mean, but there you go. Arsenal are them lot down the road from South London. Chef, Woolwich Arsenal ain't getting any food from the chef. Charlotte Vauxhall Steakhouse. Facts and Stats. Cheer up, chef. Food should be prepared with love. Don't let football boil over into your personal life. Yeah, read that one. We did the double before that lot down the road. One more in Europe, and we won the FA Cup as a non-league side only club in history to achieve that marvellous fate. Junction 8 on our way if we make Champions League over Chelsea. Chelsea losing another final. Nice to see Chelsea bottom another final. And Timo has more chance of scoring a hat-trick in the final than me getting a girl. Oh dear, Jesus Christ. So guys, absolutely, before we're going to get into Matt's player ratings, then we're going to be off. So thanks for everyone who's joined the chat so far. Still keep your chats coming in, guys. We're not off yet. And everyone on Facebook as well. We've had up to 34 people in tonight. Absolutely fantastic numbers again. And it's not as much as what other channels, but to me and Matt, that's brilliant. It's going up every time, Matt. So Matt, we'll get to his player ratings then, mate. In goal, mate, you gave Hugo a 7. Why did you give 7, mate?
Well, you know, he got a clean sheet. You know, I can't really think of a save he made, really. You know, it was all basic kind of saves, wasn't it? And shots that went wide. So, but I didn't want to give him, obviously, a 6 because I thought, you know, clean sheet deserves at least a 7. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, he had a good game. Got his clean sheet. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, I think Hugo, as what Matt said, it's that much to do today. Did he? But yeah, a steady 7. It's hard. It's hard to mark a player like a goalie who didn't have much to do today. You know what I mean? It's hard to judge him, isn't it?
100%, mate. 100%.
You could probably just give him a 6 because he didn't really do nothing. But okay, 7, absolutely fantastic. Tanganga. It's great to see him start today, mate. Okay, Sergio Aurier's probably got an injury. I don't believe that a word. Yeah. As you said earlier, mate, PSG looks like they've rumours. Don't know how true it is. They've agreed a deal with Tottenham.
Hopefully it's true.
So yeah, great to see Tanganga in there today. Absolutely, and I think he was. I think he had another steady performance today. Go on, Matt.
Yeah, he is the 7 out of 10 man for me. I think he normally has a good game, you know, when he comes in. I like him at right back. He's strong, he's quick. He knows, because he's a centre-back, he knows positionally where to be. He helps out Gareth Bale quite a lot so he can get forward. Yeah, I don't think it was superb today, but I think it was, steady Eddie, and we'll go over 7. I think he was good, solid.
Absolutely. There's a comment here. Top line for free save. You've got your regulars, Si. That's the Matt's pal. Yeah, absolutely. That's what me and Matt are happy with. We've got our regulars that always come in, that always support the channel. So that's what me and Matt's happy about. That's all we care about. We've got our regulars, so we are doing something right. So it's brilliant. And Evan says, there's a horror ad on me on my TV. Evans says, go on, Pep's daughter. Yeah, with daddy and mum.
I saw that. Yeah.
Saw that. Yeah. And Tanga is cool, dude. Yes, he was a cool dude. So Matt, you said about that, mate. Tango 7, absolutely fantastic. I really do feel it was another steady Eddie performance, mate. I really do. And as you said, he's becoming a 7 out of 10 man.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you, mate. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to him for next season. I hope
I'd
he
like
gets
him to
more.
get a run now. Yeah, maybe go and
Yeah,
make that his
absolutely.
spot. You know.
And surprise, surprise, Eric Dyer, game of 6.
Yeah, most people have given a 7 or over, but I had to give him a 6. I thought he wasn't brilliant again today. Traore had him, you know, he blames everyone else. He points where people should be. What about you as a defender, positionally? I mean, you know, I don't know what Gareth Southgate's thinking if he's thinking of putting him in the Euro squad. You know, that's why none of us want Southgate anywhere near our squad, because players like him will stay. Yeah, no, he's not good enough, mate. And if Mourinho wants him at Roma, go and bloody have him, mate. 20 million or 15 million, whatever it is, sell him. You know what I mean? If they offer you, like, let's say you want 20 million, they give you 15, 18 million, I'd let him go. I think enough's enough now for me.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But today he didn't have much to do, did he? Again.
No, but every time Traore attacked him, he just literally all he did is back off. No tackle, no pressure. Just go on.
He lost him a bit as well. He lost him a bit. I mean,
yeah.
And he gave Reguilon a hard time.
Yeah, and Reguilon actually did. I think Son defended better than Dyer did at that time. I thought he played quite well on that left side. He was always there trying to stop Traore. So yeah, I don't understand how Rodon don't get in this team, but
absolutely, matey, absolutely. We got Toby at the 7. Why'd you give him a 7, mate?
Not a bad game. You know, there was a few instances where he was, you know, we were caught a little bit, but you know, with a defensive partner like Dyer, I think, you know, Toby needs someone who's either better than him or just as good as him, who can cover him as well. You know, with that bit more pace, because Toby's obviously slowing down in his age. I think there was an instance where he lost his man when I think it was Saiss had a free header and he headed it straight down Lloris's goal mouth, but it was an easy save. That was the only time I think he lost his man. So, but apart from that, it was solid. He was looking to play the ball, you know, over the top. Yeah, no, solid performance from Toby, and he's a good defender. I think he'll go down as a big player for the club.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He had quite a steady Eddie game as well. Same as Tanganga. Some great cross-field passes today. I think he was solid in the air. And he just done his job. Today.
He does his job, doesn't he? That's what he does.
And he does a bit. He does extras what Dyer can't do.
Yeah.
But to me, with Dyer, with Toby going forwards, he's coming on 33 nearly. And to me, is it time to move someone like on, or if he's happy around the club, just playing less football next season? I'll take that.
Yeah, maybe. You look at someone like Johnny Evans, who's obviously, you know, a bit older. Wes Morgan at Leicester, they've sort of stayed around. Johnny Evans plays. Maybe we get a centre back like a Fofana who's got the pace, who can defend like that with pace with Toby, and that'll be a good partnership.
Absolutely, mate. So next one, mate. Reguilon. Today, Matt, he's been not the same player over the last couple of performances. We've been questioning his defensive, and going forward, he hasn't been on the ball. But today, mate, he showed us again when he's on his game, mate. I think he gave Wolves a horrid time down the right hand side. Their right hand side, mate, they were just.
Yeah, we were targeting it all day, because the problem was Traore wasn't tracking back. He was just kind of bombing up the pitch, and then whoever their left back was, who was it? Was it Hoover? I think it was, wasn't it? He was the young kid. He was struggling. And
Samado, was it? Samado, was it on the left?
No, Samado was right back, wasn't he? So he was on Bale's
right
side.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
It was Hoover, 19 he is, one for the future, but yeah. I think his inexperience showed, and Reguilon targeted him one-on-one. I still don't think it was perfect from Reguilon. There were still a few cases where he was he left Traore too much and there was a bit too much space, but it was a lot better today, and for the second goal, it was all through him. He put the tackle in, he put the ball across to Son laid it off the bow and Højbjerg pounced. So, yeah, no, a better performance, and hopefully he has a good end to the season and next season he builds again.
JP says, Poch, you want Dyer, Winks, Soko, Davis as well. Yeah, Poch, you can have them.
Have them.
Do you want them?
Bloody have them, mate.
Have them at 4-3.
I'll drop them off, mate. I'll tell you.
Evan says, I'd rather do it to Maradona's daughter. C says Dyer stolen a living. Yeah, and I think it's not only Dyer, there's a few more still literally stealing a living at Tottenham at the minute. I love your show, guys. Always spot on with your analysis, and I agree. Sell Dyer to his daddy Jose. Yeah, I think Jose will love him at Roma. I think, do you know what? I think he'll fit in well in Italian league. I really do. C said need to get rid. Absolutely. Facts and Stats says sell Dyer. Don't you mean give him away or pay them to take him? Yeah, absolutely. Facts and Stats. Me and Max were saying before, if we can't get rid of somebody, Deadwood, literally just literally sign off their contracts, mate. Go for free. Let's just lose money on this. At least let's get some out the door. Dyer, Trim, if you know, you would know. Toby, Arnold. Yeah, absolute legend. Absolutely, and he will go down as a legend at this club. I think he top defender. Absolutely. But I'll keep him. That's what me and Matt were just chatting about there. I'll definitely keep him if he switch Tanganga to centre back and get Max Aarons in and Reggie on the left, and we'll be much more solid lads. Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Getting Max Aarons, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I think he's a good player. We should make Reggie a left winger like we did with Bale, as he started as a left back for us. Maybe that's another option, Matt. What do you think quickly on that one?
I don't think he's clinical enough. I've seen his shooting, and he probably should have scored the other week and should have scored today. Actually, I think maybe he's more of a left wing back, sort of left back. I like him in that position. I think he can defend, knows how to tackle. Leave the. He's not going to take Son out of the team at left wing. No way. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good idea, though. Good idea.
Chug it, Si. Moon Boots is a fraudster. Si chugging. A bit thirsty tonight, lads. Let's get on to this one. The Celso's tipping out another one. Keep talking about him, mate. we never talk about any good things about this guy lately, have we, Matt?
No, I think there were signs today. To be honest, I thought he pressed quite well. I can see why he's in the team, and he looks like he's getting a bit fitter. This game was the best I'd seen him since he's sort of come back. I think the way he was trying to break the lines with the pass. He tried flicks and tricks, and he do you know what? He looks forward with the ball rather than taking it back. So he's good through the transition, and I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see him in a more advanced role, so he can maybe get up the pitch a bit more rather than sort of holding. I don't think he's that sort of player, but he did the job, and it was a better performance today. But I'm still not 100% sure on him, mate. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, just going away from the player ratings thing, at least we are top of the league. At least we are top of the league, guys. We are top of the league. We're top of this league. It would work, guys.
Honestly, that did surprise me actually when I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah.
We're top of the woodwork. Top of the woodwork, guys.
We hit the post twice today, didn't we? Was it 3 times? Something like
that? Absolutely. Who's this guy? If you quickly, mate, if you want to come on, you got to switch on your cam so we know who we're talking to. So Matt, let's quickly. So who was with the Celso? The Celso. Yeah. Højbjerg, you gave him an 8, mate.
Maybe
Go on, mate.
maybe I could have given him higher, but I mean, my reason for it will be you'll see it with the other ratings. I thought he was back today. It was the proper Pierre today. It was a midfielder general performance. Really happy that he got his goal as well. You know, he's only scored. Obviously, his goal against Liverpool was more of a consolation goal. So nice for him to get a winning. Well, not even a winning goal, but the goal that, you know, pretty much won. You know, it made the game a bit less nervy for us. But he was brilliant today. He was all over the pitch. It was a lovely assist for Kane's goal. Just looks like he does more than just. I think he proved today he does more than just kind of collecting the ball and winning it back. He's got a bit of quality, and he can score some goals. So, yeah, he did really well to get in that position. He gambled. It was like a striker's instinct. It was brilliant. Really pleased for him. I do love Pierre, Emile Højbjerg. He'll be captain one day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Matt's right. Over this last couple of performances, I think people's questioning him as a signing and things like that, and I think it was absolutely.
Come on, he's been brilliant.
Seriously, absolutely, seriously. People need some.
Every game. He's played.
He's tired.
Every game.
His body's tired. As Matt said, he's played every game. He's tired. He's a warrior. He wants the best for Tottenham. You can tell he wants the best for Tottenham. Same with Dele Alli. I don't know if anyone saw his after. He said
interview.
Absolutely fantastic interview. Said his club need to start winning big trophies and that.
Yeah, he wasn't happy, was he? He said none of the players are. They know they've been shit this season, basically.
And the way he was talking looks like he is going to be in next year. The way he was talking, Matt.
Yeah.
I think he has got the future in for next year.
He just seems a bit more mature for me now. Seems like he's maybe had this. Whatever's happened to him in this last few years, he's realised, right, I'm still a bloody good footballer, and I'm fed up with people saying I'm not at that level anymore, and it's time for him to prove him wrong, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And Evans Age fan, we may as well call this every player gets a 7. And Evan says, how you put the image on the screen. If you are streaming from StreamYard, mate, you have to pay for the subscription, $25 a month. Then you can choose, if you go into in your overlay, press on the plus sign, and if you've got any saved images in your gallery, you can upload that into your overlay. And then obviously, when you're doing the show, you can go back into your overlays and just click on the image, and it'll come on the screen just like that. But you don't get that in your free in the free thing. You have to start being you've got to just subscribe to them and a subscription and all that. Oh Christ, someone doesn't get a 7. And Facts and Stats says, I think if those 23 woodwork shots actually went in and counted with all the goals we have already scored this season, yeah. Absolutely. I totally agree with what he's trying to say there, matey. So, yeah, Pierre, I think he was fantastic. I really do. Today. And Evan says Dele was chucking Pep's daughter. Absolutely. This guy's off his head. He's absolutely fantastic, Evans. So, we go on to this guy today. I think he was fantastic, Matt. I really do.
Yeah.
We can say this, mate. I'll bring this up on the screen now. The player stats today for Dele Alli: 64 touches, guys, 81% accurate pass, 82 minutes on the field, hit the woodwork once, key pass once, and 3 tackles. Go on, mate. Go on, Matt. Take it away with Dele.
Oh, awesome today. It was the old Dele Alli for me. It was the cheeky chappy I know with the nutmegs and the cheeky smile on his face, you know. I thought he pressed really well today. I thought he worked really hard in midfield. He wasn't lazy. You got to send me that.
I'll send you after.
Yeah, he wasn't lazy. He was unlucky not to get probably his assist for Kane when that save from Patricio.
Yeah,
What a save that was,
absolutely.
by the way.
Fantastic save. And then he hit the post.
Yeah, then he hit the
post,
post.
didn't
Yeah,
it?
I was gutted for him when he hit the post. I was like, he deserved the goal today for me. I
Absolutely.
think it was the only thing that was missing. But it's just a pleasure, to see him playing again. I want him to get minutes. He won't be in the England team obviously this summer, so he's got 3 or 4 weeks to recover or time off, and he's got to be ready for pre-season, raring to go. Because I think next year with the fans back, hopefully as well, I think we could be seeing the proper Dele Alli next year. And you think I think he's going to try and prove that people like Souness and people that have called him out over, his form and stuff over the years. I think he's got a big season in next year again. Really happy for him. We love you, Dele. We want you at the club, and the next manager's obviously kind of got to be a sort of like a Mason, put his arm around him, go and show me what you can do. He just needs that love. When he gets the love and his head's in the game, I don't think there's a better player really.
Absolutely. Dele Alli today was fantastic. I've been calling the praise for the last couple of games, especially against Sheffield United and Leeds. Oh, sorry about that, guys. He was fantastic in them 2 games in the first half. First half performance was fantastic. Second half, he slacked off a bit. That's the rustiness. He hasn't played a lot of games, has he?
I think people are
today
harsh. I think people are harsh on him. A few Spurs fans will go, "Oh, he's still not good enough. He's still not pulling."
Yeah.
But I think that's harsh. I think he has. Yeah. He's played 4 games this season, like pretty much 80 minutes or more. So I think that's very harsh.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. There's been too much criticism for Dele. He hasn't been given a chance every time. They're waiting. These Dele haters, they're waiting for him to make a slip up, a mistake, and then he can fly at him. Do you know what I mean? That's absolutely. They've got an agenda against him.
Yeah, the problem I have is that people praise Lo Celso, and I'm looking at Dele and what he's done the last 2 games. He's done way more.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought with Dele today, it was on the press. He was on the front. He was on the front foot.
Oh, he was everywhere.
He wanted to go at defenders, and when he's out on the flank and he was gets that defender, he gets the right. It was gets the right back. He nutsed him. Then he took on the other player. And the way he done that, mate, that's the old Dele Alli.
When he flicked it over that bloke's head as well, I was like, "Oh, you cheeky boy."
This is what he's got his looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, and what is with Dele Alli as well? He's great arriving late from midfield as well, scoring goals.
He's always in the box, isn't he? I noticed it.
He's a
great
player. And if he keeps that up, Matt, and as we saying, he could be a good player for us. Maybe a great player for us next season. I really do believe.
Like
I
said, he's got the summer off, Simon. He can get his head in the game, and he can get ready for pre-season and be raring to go because a lot of players are going to be coming back from the Euros probably a bit tired.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I'm saying to you, Matt, the front three of Bale, Kane, and Son, I think they're 2 goals, 2 assists of the breaking the record from Tevez, Rooney, and Ronaldo when I was at United.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. We just got some comments here, mate. Before we get into the last of them. C says 20 points from
winning, left, mate, as well. So,
right, winning position this season should be top 4. Facts and Stats says Dr. Daniel Level. That's a good one. Pierre, what a fantastic signing from Southampton. Also, Poch and Bale from them too. So we've got a lot to thank them for, lads. JP, I agree. Facts and Stats over top players will be here next season. Just hope we can improve recruitment-wise in areas desperately need to. Thanks for that, Jay. And JP Jake says, need you guys to win your next game so you can finish above Arsenal. Also, now Liverpool won today and Leicester play Chelsea Tuesday. Who do you think who will get top 4? Honestly, both for your bias aside, I think now will be. I think Leicester will get there. I fancy Liverpool. Yeah.
I fancy Liverpool. Yeah, I think they've got momentum. I'm not sure about Chelsea. I think they've got one eye on that Champions League final.
Yeah. JP thinks, I think they all know who the manager is and the plan for next season is being kept quiet because he's still under contract because everyone at the club seems happy and positive. JP says Lo Celso has been very disappointing, looks a shadow of what we believe he could. You could be right, facts and stats. So guys, thanks for all your chat so far. Me and Matt just going through the last ones now. Bale then quickly then Matt. I think he had a great game today. I really do think another great game for Gareth Bale.
I think he did have a good game, and I think it's the bringing Tanganga in that freed him up. He didn't have to track back as much because he knows that Tanganga knows how to defend and knows how to get back, and he's not lazy. So Bale can just do his job where he kind of goes into the right hand side. I mean, the pace looked really good today. Obviously, he was against Semedo, who's not exactly, slow. And there was a few occasions, but his crosses were looking pretty good. It was good Wolves defending from Cody most of the time, clearing out of the box. But Bale looked good today. It's so hard. Do I want to see him next season? Yeah, I think I do. I think it might be worth another season for a gamble with a big, with fans in there. I think he deserves that, and I think he'd love it. And I think if we can get a good, if Tanganga can play, or we can get a right back that can defend, then Bale can do what he does best, which is score goals, assist, and cause problems, mate.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll keep Bale, and Bale was fantastic again today. I really do. The way he glided past a few players today, and I think he was just great, absolutely fantastic.
And, Wolves aren't a Sheffield United. They haven't had the best season, but they are a good side. So it's not like
exactly. So Son, you gave a 7. Why is that, mate?
Obviously it wasn't his best game. He nearly scored. He had a shot saved, but I want to praise him today with his defensive work. I thought he pressed really well. I thought he worked really hard. He was flying in for everything. I think he helped Reguilon out a lot with Traore. I think he had to. I think he done his job, and I was really proud of him today. Even though I didn't give him more than a 7, he did his job, mate. And he was solid today, and he was playing more with a smile on his face again, which I think is great to see.
And Harry Kane, you gave an 8. I think Harry Kane was back to himself today. I think he looked like he was up for it.
He looked fitter today. He looked fitter today.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, lots of energy. Held the ball up well, had space. Probably if you spoke to him, he probably felt he maybe could have got 2 or 3 today. I think he was unfortunate not to get a second. But, at the end of the day, he got his goal. It was a brilliantly taken goal. That touch, his second touch is, he makes that look so easy, but I don't think that's talked about enough. I think if you get someone like a Messi or Ronaldo, or even like a, Salah does that, everyone goes on about it just because it's Harry sort of Kane and he plays for Spurs. It just, I think it's simple, but I thought it was a brilliantly taken goal. It just shows the class of the man, and he doesn't panic in front of goal, does he? Normally when he's in on goal, I'd put money on him scoring. I really do, or at least getting it on target. Really happy for him. He's broke his duck. He's never gone the Premier League. I think his drought is his longest drought in terms of in the Premier is like 2 games or something without a goal. So he's class, mate. He is. If he doesn't win Player of the Year this season, I don't know. He's easily the best player in the Premier League this year, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Kane. I think he was back at it today. I gave Winks a 6. Gave Ndombele a 6. And Ryan Mason, I gave him an 8. Couldn't fault really. He kept 8 to 9 players that from the previous games as well. He hasn't really chopped and changed. He's kept quite a consistent team lineup.
Yeah.
And it's working at the minute. It's working at the minute, mate.
It is. Yeah. I was pretty happy with him today. I think his subs were pretty good actually as well. Do you know? I wanted Dele to play 90, but he obviously thought I need him for the next game. I think he's managing the squad really well. I'm really happy when Ndombele came on and he looked good. obviously when he came on.
Mm.
I think everyone just needs to come together, and I think, you know, like Ryan said, I've got 22 players who are all performing really well on the training pitch, and it's very hard for me to decide. Yeah, maybe would have liked to seen Lucas maybe coming on for Bale just with that bit more energy. Maybe could have gone for it more and got a couple of goals, but no, solid performance, 2-0 win. You know, he done the job, mate, and it's 3 out of 4 wins for Ryan Mason. Not bad, too bad, really, considering he's, 29 and never done proper management in terms of and the mess this team's in. I think he's doing an okay job, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. JP says they look more at it today. Top 943 say top show, lads. Big up yourselves. Thank you very much. The top number always comes in here, always a regular. Absolutely fantastic.
Wow.
Cole says our Spurs actually look like a team today, and we didn't let up and attacks. So can't complain. Yeah. Cole, firstly, thanks for coming in, mate. Thanks for your giving up your time, mate. And it was a fantastic comment there. Thank you very much, pal. And we're going to wrap it up there, guys. A couple of things. This is from the Tottenham Hotspur Trust. We've agreed with the at Spurs official that THFC board representatives will meet the Tottenham Hotspur Trust official board representatives on Tuesday, the 18th May, to discuss the club's proposals for an advisory panel and fan representatives at board level with update THST members ASP after the meeting. Matt, what do you get by that? They're gonna have a meeting with the Spurs official.
I mean, there has to be peace talks, or they have to meet at some stage. I think the trust just want to know what the hell's going on. What's the plan going forward? Who's this fan going to be? And now let us know. I think it's a good thing. I think they're going to have quite serious talks and obviously tell the club off, and show their grievances to this Super League thing. And they basically lied to the supporters trust, which, you don't do. You don't flat out deny when you know that there's going to be one. Hopefully good things come from it. And they're going to be doing their bit for the fans. And I'm sure the board, they're going to have to listen, mate. Like I said, I think this is a big summer. I think Daniel Levy knows he's got a lot of work to do. And I think he knows this squad's not good enough and he's got to clear it out and bring in reinforcements. But first, they've got to sort this manager thing out. But yeah, positives, it's probably going to, they're probably meeting just before the Villa game, maybe because the board are going to want to try and maybe get the Tottenham Supporters Trust maybe not to do the protest. I don't know. If I was the depends how the meeting goes, but if the Supporters Trust want to go to the protest, go for it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've got a big game Wednesday. We need to win it, and we go on to Leicester, and then what will be. If we beat Villa, I'll be very happy, and then maybe a draw against Leicester, and that'd be a pretty good end to the season for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to end it there, guys. Me and Matt have been on for 2 hours now, and I think we're cracking up here somewhere. But vote Bennington, guys. Vote Bennington. Representative. So good night. God bless. And we'll end you with guys. Matty, thanks for coming on, mate. Absolutely appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in. And we've got a few in there saying, Facts and Stats saying, Ryan Mason is definitely saying do all right things to boost players' confidence. and unite in the change rooms. John says, I thought they've asked for mediation between the two sides. Matt says, oh Lord, another top result for us this weekend. Yeah, congratulations to Leeds. 4-0 winners against Burnley. Absolutely, Matt. Thanks for coming in, pal. Facts and Stats, top shows again, Si and Matt. Hopefully we can all still be talking positive after Wednesday's game. Facts and Stats, thank you very much, pal. Absolutely fantastic support from you and from C as well. Absolutely fantastic. So guys, thank you very much. And Matt's gone already. I think his battery was going. So from me, from Premier Hotspur TV, guys, I've been Simon, guys. That was Matt, guys. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in, whoever called in as well, on the fans calling, everyone who's tuned in from Facebook, everyone who's tuned in on YouTube tonight. It's been another good showing. It's good for the channel. We've had 35 people viewing it constantly, so it's been really good for the channel. So keep supporting the channel, guys. Smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't. Tell your families and friends, guys, to go and subscribe to us. So it will definitely help the channel, guys. I said, from me, guys, good night, God bless, and we'll see you. We'll definitely have Sank out in the next day or so. Thank you very much, guys.